Hey guys, I'm Kai from Lucas Landon Royals. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're gonna take a look at clutch number 2 now that they have all shed out. But I also have some devastating news. Like many things in life, there's gonna be the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's get the bad and the ugly out of the way. When breeding animals, you have to expect those low points. You're not always gonna get beautiful, healthy animals. You have to expect that there's gonna be some casualties along the way. Hopefully not too many, and hopefully they're not your fault, but you have to expect and accept the fact that not everything is gonna go smoothly. I have a pastel het clown female. This is her second clutch, second season breeding, and just got a really horrible clutch. Let me show you. So this might not be a great clutch. I can see a boob egg. Some of the eggs look a little bit funky. Hopefully they're still fertile and have veins, but we'll need to get her off and then we'll take a look. I don't think she likes me doing this, but it's for her own good. This will definitely get her back onto feeding much sooner. Yeah, this doesn't look that great, guys. They look kind of deflated. So check her out. Her belly is empty. We'll get her into a bath and then take care of these eggs. Now, I'm not quite sure what caused this because this is the same female that gave me a clutch of all clowns out of a het to visual pairing. So let's just take one step at a time. Well, let's just get them into the box and see what is going on. This one's a slug. This one doesn't appear to have veins. It's already kind of translucent. This is a boob egg. We'll put that in there for now. Another boob egg, put that in there. That one looks, these are all really oddly, look at that, that doesn't look good. This looks like it's just going to leak out. The fluid inside might just leak out. So that doesn't look too good. This one translucent again. This would probably leak out, and you can see as I touch it, there's a little bit of shine to it, so that must mean it's already starting to leak out. Really strange event here. Let me move this so you guys can see. I'm going to turn off the lights and candle to see if they have any veins. That one has nothing. What is this? Oh, it's already starting to mold. So strange. It's got like this neon yellow color. It's got the translucent part and then neon yellow around it. But anyway, it's got no veins. We'll take that out. Another boob egg. Again, no veins. No veins, no good. Got one here, and this one does have veins, so that's good. Let me get my pen and mark that. All right, then moving on to the next one. And this one appears to also have veins, but it's really hard to see which way is up. I believe this way is up. And I'm not quite sure why it's so deflated. But this way is up, and you can see it's already starting to leak out. There's really nothing much you can do with it. I know some people put Elmer's glue on it. This not looking too good. And we got the last egg over here. This doesn't look like it has any veins either. Got some red spots right here, you can see a little bit, but it's not really anything to even try to incubate. I don't think it's going to worth incubating, especially since it's turning like this neon yellow already. All right, let me get the lights back on. All right, so we got 2 eggs. This one looks okay. This one looks like it's not gonna make it. So we'll keep them a little bit separated. We'll just do that with some of these straws, just to give them some space. This way, if anything happens, you know, hopefully it won't transmit from one to the other. That's right, I only got 2 eggs out of that clutch, and to be honest, they don't look to be that great, but put them in the incubator anyway and just hope for the best. But as you can see, there were a total of 8. So if you add up all the slugs, the boob eggs, the infertiles, and the actual eggs, there's a total of 8, which would have been great if they all were fertile. Last season, she gave me, I think 4, maybe one of them went bad, I'm not sure, but there was 4 that pulled all the way through to the end, and I got 4 healthy babies. You did hear me mention about a het to a visual pairing. Last year, she was paired to a visual spider clown, and I got great results out of that. I got a regular clown that was a male. I got 2 spider clowns that were female, and I got a bumblebee clown, also female. So I got great results from her last season, and I think, you know, things just work out that way. It has to even out somehow, and this season I got really bad results. Speaking of lousy clutches, you guys remember the super pastel leopard het clown female that I thought was gonna throw a clutch of slugs? Well, it turns out she did give me a clutch of fertile eggs. And in that video, down in the comment section, I got a comment from Ernesto from Ern's Exotics, and he says, "I know that's a relief that she laid a fertile clutch." Damn straight. He also went on and said, "I wish I had the DIY skills you have, LOL." LOL? What you mean LOL? You got skills, man. You just gotta dig deep. You gotta dig real deep to bring up those skills and muster up that energy to go out there and build something. And lastly, he says, "Can't wait to see the yard when it's finished." And I think he's referring to the pond that you guys all know I'm building. Well, Ernesto, family man to family man, you know nothing's ever finished. But thank you, Ernest, for submitting your comment, and I will post social media links to Ern's Exotics down in the description below, so go ahead and check them out. So now that we got the bad and the ugly out of the way, let's look at the good stuff, which are things that make us happy, make this hobby great, and one of those are beautiful, healthy babies after their first shed. So just want to take a little bit of time to take another look at this clutch. Hopefully you guys can see something that might help me identify these a little bit more accurately. But yeah, as far as the way they look, I mean, to me, not a lot has changed since before they shed, and I already did a video on them at that time, and I'll put a link in this corner up here if you guys want to see what that was about. But this one still looks like a yellow belly pastel to me. The mom is a lesser pastel super stripe. Super stripe is yellow belly and spectre, and the dad is a pastel extreme gene clown. So everything that I'm going to show you today in this clutch is 100% het for clown. So that's this one. I'll give you a look at the side. You can see the orange and red flames. You can see the pixeling near the belly. Oops, let's focus there. You see the pixeling near the belly. Yeah, great clutch. Good feeding behavior or reaction, whatever you want to call it. Doing well on feeding, so they should be ready to go soon. Now that last one was a boy, by the way, and this one is the girl. Looks to be the same to me. Pastel, yellow belly. She's a little fired up. You can see she's a little bit tense. Neck is in an S shape. The body's a little bit stiff. Not as not as relaxed as her brother, but still pretty sleek. Again, we got the orange flames, got the pixeling of the belly, and like I said, this is a girl. Pastel yellow belly, 100% het for clown. All right, moving on. All right, number 3, got some more genes in this one. Believe this to be a pastel lesser, and then either yellow belly or spectre. If I can take a look, if he'll let me. It's a boy, by the way, 100% het for clown. See back here near the tail, see how the alien heads are a bit wacky? makes me kind of say it's a yellow belly, but then up here it's like pretty uniform, makes me think it's Spectre. So that's why I'm not 100% sure. Seeing where the side meet the belly, you can see a little bit of pixelation, a little bit of speckling. So I don't know, kind of leaning towards yellow belly on this one. No extreme gene, I don't think anyway. But you do see a bit of widening of the eye bands, and it kind of connects to the bottom underneath its chin, and it does have a little bit pinching, but I think that's because there's like lesser and pastel and either yellow belly or Spectre all stacked together. So I don't think this one has extreme gene, and I'll tell you why in a second when you see the last one that I'm going to show you. This one is a boy. Let me just double check. Yeah, this one is a boy. All right, moving on. I'm doing this with one hand because in the other hand I'm holding that first boy that I showed you. You can see the one on the right of your screen, the head is a little bit more blushed out. It's a little bit cleaner looking, brighter than the one on the left. With extreme gene, without extreme gene, pastel, yellow belly, extreme gene, pastel, yellow belly. You guys let me know if you agree. And you can see from a color standpoint, this one is brighter, although there is a little bit of like pixeling near its back, higher up on the side. This one right now seems to be a little bit cleaner, also a little bit deeper in color, a little richer in color. This one seems to be a little bit more brighter, like I said. And the other thing I want to show you is, again, we got to look at the head. Come on, come on. See how this one, the two eye bands pinch in towards the back of the head, trying to connect to that neck stripe. This one, not so much, right? See the difference? This one has the connecting eye bands to the bottom of its jaw or his chin, whatever you want to call it, on both sides. This one doesn't connect. This one has a broken stripe down its neck. This one has a solid stripe down its neck. So those are the indications that I'm looking at. So that's how I'm judging what this one is in comparison to this one. So this is the last one I want to show you. Believe this to be a pastel, lesser, yellow belly or Spectre extreme gene het clown. Why? Because this one, I believe, doesn't have the extreme gene. So I believe adding the extreme gene to this makes this. And you can see the head blushing. This one is much lighter and brighter, almost white. This one, not so much, right? You can also see that the yellow, again, without the extreme gene, is just deeper and richer, whereas this one is just blown out and very vibrant, very light. Very evident is the neck stripe, actually not the neck stripe, but the dorsal stripe. So this one has a neck stripe, and that's probably because it's stacked with a few genes, like I said. So you can see that the stripe starts right there behind the head, works its way, pinches a little bit right there, but then works its way down and breaks. Whereas this one, it's one long stripe all the way down to the tip of its tail. So we got extreme gene without extreme gene, where one has an extra gene. You know, we kind of use comparisons to kind of determine what those genes are. So that's kind of what I did here. And I'll give you one more look at this one before I put her away. It is a girl, and she is a holdback. So those babies are doing fantastic, and at the time of filming that clip, they've already had one meal, and now that I'm editing at this moment, I already gave them a second meal, so they've already had 2 meals each, all with live rat pups, and they've all taken them down on their own, so that is the ideal situation. Pretty soon I'll probably start switching them over to frozen thaw, just so that I can give the next owner or the next hobbyist some options if they're not able to get live rats. So we'll be making some of them available. The two that have extreme gene, or what I believe has extreme gene, will be holdbacks, but the other 3 will be available. So there's 2 males and 1 female. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And in the next video, I'm going to be cutting the biggest clutch of eggs I got this season, as long as they pip. So stay tuned for that. If you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share, and I'll see you guys next time.